You wake up. You check your phone, obviously, because you're a functioning member of modern society and also a little bit of an addict. You scroll, you tap, you like, you share. And somewhere, in a building with no windows and too many servers, a number goes up. Your number. Not your bank account, not your follower count, your score. The regime doesn't call it a score, of course. They call it your Citizen Compliance Index, your CCI. Sounds like a vitamin supplement. It is not a vitamin supplement. It is the single number that determines where you live, what you eat, who you can marry, whether your kids get into school, and whether that ambulance shows up in 4 minutes or 4 hours. And right now, yours is dropping. Welcome to the system. Let's talk about every rank inside it, from the bottom of the pile to the people who built the pile and are currently standing on your face. Rank 0, the ghost. Your CCI hit 0. Congratulations, you no longer exist. Not metaphorically, administratively. Your ID doesn't scan, your transit card is void, your apartment lease auto-terminated at midnight because the building's AI flagged you as a non-compliant residential risk. You're standing outside in the rain with a backpack and the dawning realization that freedom and homelessness look identical from the outside. You can't buy food, the grocery stores are cashless, and your biometric profile is flagged. You can't use public transport. The turnstiles literally won't open. You tried to call a friend. The call connected for exactly 2 seconds before the system rerouted it to a recorded message that said, "This contact is currently unavailable for social interaction." Your friend is fine. They just can't talk to you without losing their points. Nobody wants to lose their points. You sleep in a park. The park's surveillance cameras track your face all night. By morning, 3 drones have filed reports on your location. Nobody comes to arrest you. They don't need to. The city itself has already rejected you like a bad organ transplant. Rank 1, the flagged. You're not at 0, but you're close enough to smell it. Your CCI is in the red zone, between 1 and 199. This means you are under active monitoring, which is a polite way of saying everything you do is being watched, recorded, analyzed, and fed into an algorithm that is actively rooting against you. Your phone has a new feature you didn't download. It's called Civic Lens. It runs in the background, always. It listens to your conversations. It reads your texts. It analyzes your tone of voice for signs of ideological deviation. You said the word unfair in a conversation about traffic. Civic Lens flagged it. -3 points. You sighed too loudly near a government building. A microphone on a lamppost picked it up. -1 point. You looked at a protest that was happening across the street. You didn't join it, you just looked. A facial recognition camera clocked your gaze direction for 4.7 seconds. -5 points. You are learning, slowly and painfully, that in this system, attention is a crime. Rank 2, the compliant. You figured it out. Smile at cameras, use approved apps, buy from approved vendors, post approved content, react to approved news with approved emotions, specifically mild concern followed by confidence in the system. Your CCI climbed to 450. You are now compliant. You get your transit card back. You get access to Tier 2 grocery stores, which have actual vegetables, as opposed to Tier 1 stores, which are essentially beige paste in different shaped containers. You have a job. It's fine. You process compliance reports for other citizens. You flag anomalies. You don't think about what happens to the anomalies. That's not your department. You have an apartment. It has a window. The window faces another building's wall, but still, a window. You have a social credit date on Friday. The regime's matchmaking algorithm paired you with someone whose CCI is within 30 points of yours. You have 73% ideological compatibility. The date will be fine. Everything is fine. You say this every morning into the bathroom mirror because the bathroom mirror has a camera, and saying it out loud adds 2 points to your weekly wellness score. Everything is fine. Let's continue with rank 3, the monitored professional. You got promoted, not because you're talented, though you might be, because your CCI crossed 700 and the algorithm decided you were ready for expanded civic responsibility. You now work in the Department of Narrative Consistency. Your job? Make sure the official story and reality stay close enough together that people don't notice the gap. When a factory explodes, you write the press release that calls it a spontaneous infrastructure optimization event. When food prices triple, you draft the social media campaign about mindful consumption as patriotic duty. When someone disappears, you update their public profile to show they voluntarily relocated to a rural wellness program. You're good at this. You're very good at this. And that terrifies you at 3 a.m. when the Citic lens is definitely listening and you can't say it out loud, so you just lie there staring at the ceiling, being terrified quietly. Quietly is the only safe way to feel things here. Rank 4, the enforcer. You don't just maintain the system now, you are the system. CCI 850 plus. Uniform, gray. Expression, professionally neutral. Your job is to have conversations with people whose scores are dropping. You don't call them interrogations, you call them civic alignment sessions. You sit across from someone who looked at the wrong website, or talked to the wrong person, or simply had the wrong face near the wrong camera at the wrong time. You explain, calmly, that their behavior is creating friction in the social harmony index. You explain that friction left unaddressed has consequences for their family unit's collective score. You watch their face change. That's the moment, that specific moment when someone realizes that their children's futures are the leverage being used against them. You've seen it hundreds of times. You've stopped flinching. That's how you know something important has been removed from you. You're just not sure what to call it anymore. Rank 5, the architect. You're in the room where the numbers are made, not collected, made. The CCI isn't just measuring behavior, you know that now, it's engineering it. The algorithm was designed with specific outputs in mind: compliant workforce, predictable consumption, zero organized dissent. The score doesn't reflect who you are, it decides who you become. You helped build the latest update, a new behavioral prediction module. It doesn't wait for you to do something wrong, it calculates the probability that you might do something wrong and adjusts your score preemptively. Pre-crime, but make it a spreadsheet. You present it to the board. They applaud. You smile. Later, alone in the elevator, you think about the version of yourself that existed before all this, the one with the negative bank account and the philosophy degree and the instant noodles. That person was broke, but that person was free. You press the button for the top floor. The elevator goes up. Rank 6, the invisible. You don't have a CCI anymore. Not because it hit zero, because you're above it. The system doesn't monitor you. You are the monitoring. You have no public profile, no registered address, no official title. You exist in the system the way gravity exists. Nobody sees it, everyone feels it, and questioning it is considered either naive or dangerous depending on your score. You make one decision this quarter, one sentence in a policy document, 12 words. Those 12 words will change the daily lives of 40 million people. None of them will ever know your name. None of them will ever know the decision was made. They'll just wake up one Tuesday and the world will be slightly different, and they'll assume it was always this way. That's the cleanest kind of power, the kind that doesn't leave fingerprints, the kind that doesn't need a uniform or a title or a speech, the kind that just is. Here's what they don't tell you at any rank. The system isn't watching you because it's afraid of what you'll do. It's watching you because it's afraid of what you'll think. Specifically, that you'll think about the fact that you built this. Not the regime, not the architects, not the enforcers. You. Every app you downloaded, every convenience you traded privacy for, every time you thought, I have nothing to hide, you handed them another brick, and they built a very nice building with it. You're inside it right now. You've always been inside it. The only difference between you and rank 0 is a number, and numbers change.